Based on the historical data and forecast, Bitcoin has shown a generally upward trend with periods of consolidation. The RSI consistently fluctuating between 40.5 and 68.7 suggests periods of both oversold and overbought conditions. The Bollinger Bands indicate periods of volatility and potential trend reversals. Considering these factors, I propose a combined strategy leveraging RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels. We will initiate a long position when the RSI dips below 30, indicating an oversold condition, and the price touches the support level of $114,000. The entry price will be $114,000, with a stop loss set at $113,500 to protect against a potential downward reversal. The initial target price will be the nearest resistance level of $117,400. To refine this strategy, we'll incorporate Bollinger Bands. If the price touches the lower band while RSI is below 30, it strengthens the buy signal. If the price reaches the $117,400 resistance level, we'll move the stop loss to break even at $114,000 and set a target price of $120,000. For the forecast period, if the price drops below $114,200, we will exit the position. This combined approach aims to maximize returns by capitalizing on both momentum and volatility, while mitigating risk with strategic stop-loss placements and target adjustments. The portfolio will prioritize this strategy due to its comprehensive risk management and potential for high returns. Based on the historical data and forecast, Ethereum shows a clear uptrend with consistent price increases. The RSI consistently moves above 50, indicating bullish momentum, and frequently reaches overbought levels above 70, suggesting potential pullbacks. The Bollinger Bands also confirm this trend, with the price consistently trading above the moving average. Considering this, I recommend a long position strategy focusing on capitalizing on upward movements while mitigating risk. We will implement a layered approach combining RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels for optimal efficiency. Our strategy involves entering long positions when the RSI dips slightly below 60, around $4,540, anticipating a bounce from this level. The stop loss will be set just below the support level at $4,260, offering a buffer against unexpected downturns. The initial target price will be near the recent resistance level of $4,730. For a more aggressive approach, we can consider adding to the position if the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, around $4,540, with a stop loss at $4,440 and a target of $4,860. This layered strategy combines the strengths of each indicator, providing multiple entry and exit points to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, XRP shows a slight upward trend with some volatility. The RSI consistently fluctuates, but generally stays above 50, indicating a moderately bullish sentiment. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding and contracting, suggesting periods of increased and decreased volatility. Given the RSI is currently around 50, and the forecast prices are hovering around $3.15 to $3.2, I recommend a moderately bullish strategy. We will implement a strategy that utilizes RSI and Bollinger Bands. Our strategy will involve entering long positions when the RSI dips below 30 and the price touches the lower Bollinger Band. Specifically, we will enter a long position at $3.08 with a stop-loss order at $2.79, which is the support price. The initial target price will be $3.38, based on the historical top of the Bollinger Bands. If the price reaches $3.38, we will move the stop loss to the entry price of $3.08 to secure profits. We will maintain this position until the RSI reaches 80 or the price breaks below the support level of $2.79. This portfolio combines the strengths of RSI and Bollinger Bands to capitalize on potential price swings while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, BNB demonstrates an overall upward trend, consistently testing and breaching the resistance level of $847. The RSI indicator fluctuates between 47.4 and 70.7, indicating periods of both oversold and overbought conditions. The Bollinger Bands show that the price has been trending above the middle band, suggesting bullish momentum. Considering these factors, I recommend a long position strategy. The entry price should be $823, coinciding with the first day of the forecast. A stop loss should be placed at $817 to protect against potential downside risks. The initial target price should be $840, aligning with the previous resistance level. To refine this strategy, we can incorporate the RSI and Bollinger Bands. When the RSI dips below 50 and the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, it signals a potential buying opportunity. If the RSI rises above 70 and the price touches the upper Bollinger Band, it suggests taking profits. Therefore, if the price drops to $823 and the RSI is below 50, enter a long position with a stop loss at $817. If the price reaches $840, take partial profits. If the RSI reaches 80, set a trailing stop loss at $835 to maximize potential gains while minimizing risk. This combined strategy leverages the strengths of each indicator to optimize returns. Based on the historical data and forecast, Solana exhibits a strong uptrend, breaking through the resistance level of $201. The RSI consistently fluctuates, but generally remains above 40, indicating bullish momentum. The Bollinger Bands show that the price is currently near the upper band, suggesting a potential pullback or consolidation. Considering these factors, I propose a strategy that combines trend following and mean reversion. We will enter a long position at $188, coinciding with the beginning of the forecast period. A stop-loss order will be placed at $185, just below the recent support level, to limit potential losses. The initial target price will be $199, aligning with the upper Bollinger Band and a previous resistance level. To maximize returns and manage risk, I will implement a dynamic target price strategy. If the price reaches $199, we will move the stop loss to $193, securing some profit. If the price continues to rise, we will adjust the target price to $201, the previous resistance level. If the RSI reaches 70, indicating overbought conditions, we will consider taking partial profits and tightening the stop loss. This adaptive approach allows us to capitalize on the uptrend while protecting profits and limiting downside risk. The portfolio will be 60% trend following, 30% RSI, and 10% Bollinger Bands. Based on the historical data and forecast, Cardano exhibits a clear uptrend. The price has been consistently moving upward, breaking through resistance levels. The RSI, while fluctuating, has generally been trending upwards, indicating increasing bullish momentum. The Bollinger Bands show that the price is currently near the upper band, suggesting a potential for a continued upward movement. Given this context, I recommend a long position strategy focused on capitalizing on the anticipated price increase. We will use a combined strategy incorporating RSI and Bollinger Band signals. The entry price for this long position will be $0.909 on August 16, 2025. The stop loss will be set at $0.88, just below the lower Bollinger Band and providing a buffer against short-term pullbacks. The initial target price will be $1.03, aligning with the forecast for August 22, 2025. If the price reaches this target, we will consider moving the stop loss to break even to protect profits and potentially set a new, higher target based on further price action. The RSI is currently below 80, so we are not overbought. This combined strategy leverages both momentum and volatility indicators to maximize potential returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Dogecoin shows an overall upward trend with periods of consolidation. The RSI consistently fluctuates, but generally remains above the oversold level of 20, indicating a bullish sentiment. The Bollinger Bands have been widening recently, suggesting increased volatility and potential for price movement. Given the current support price of $0.223 and the forecast indicating prices around $0.234 to $0.237 for the next week, I recommend a long position strategy. Entry price should be $0.224, with a stop loss set at $0.219 to mitigate potential losses. A target price of $0.245 is set, aligning with the recent resistance level. To enhance the strategy, I will incorporate RSI and Bollinger Band signals. If the RSI dips below 30, consider adding to the position at $0.22, with a stop loss at $0.215 and a target price of $0.24. Conversely, if the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, which has been around $0.18 to $0.19, consider a small long position at $0.19 with a stop loss at $0.185 and a target price of $0.22. This combined strategy aims to capitalize on both the prevailing upward trend and short-term volatility, maximizing potential returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, TRON shows an overall upward trend. The RSI consistently remains above 50, indicating bullish momentum. The price has tested the resistance level of $0.362 and bounced back, suggesting potential for further upward movement. Considering the forecast, the price is expected to hover around $0.35 to $0.36 in the coming week. I recommend a long position with an entry price of $0.353. Place a stop-loss order at $0.339, just below the support level, to limit potential losses. Set a target price of $0.361, aligning with the forecast high and a reasonable profit margin. To refine this strategy, we'll incorporate the Bollinger Bands. The price has been fluctuating within the bands, with occasional touches of the upper band. This suggests that the asset is moderately volatile. If the price breaks above the upper Bollinger Band, which is currently around $0.361, consider raising the target price to $0.36. Conversely, if the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, around $0.312, it signals an oversold condition, and we should re-evaluate the position, potentially moving the stop-loss closer to the current price or exiting the trade. This combined RSI and Bollinger Bands approach should maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Chainlink exhibits a clear uptrend. The price has consistently tested and bounced off the support level of $21.1, while the resistance level has been $21.9. The RSI values have generally been increasing, indicating strengthening momentum, with values frequently approaching and exceeding 70, suggesting overbought conditions. The Bollinger Bands have been expanding, confirming the increasing volatility and upward trend. Considering this, I propose a long-term investment strategy focused on capitalizing on the ongoing uptrend. My strategy involves a tiered approach to maximize returns while managing risk. Firstly, initiate a long position at $22.3. Set a stop-loss order at $21.1 to protect against potential pullbacks. The initial target price is $23, aiming to capture a quick profit. If the price reaches $23, consider moving the stop-loss to the entry price of $22.3 to secure profits and further participate in the potential upside. The second target price is $23.2. If the price reaches $23.2, consider exiting the position to secure profits. This strategy combines RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels to identify high-probability entry points and manage risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Wrapped Beacon ETH has shown a strong upward trend. The price has consistently broken through resistance levels, and the forecast predicts further increases. Considering the RSI readings, we observe that the asset has been frequently entering overbought territory, with values exceeding 80 on several days. However, the current RSI of 67.4 suggests that the asset is not yet significantly overbought, allowing for continued upward momentum. The Bollinger Bands indicate that the price is currently trading near the upper band, suggesting a potential for a pullback. Therefore, I propose a strategy that combines trend following with opportunistic pullback entries. The core strategy will be a trend-following approach with RSI and Bollinger Bands confirmations. We will enter a long position at $4,880, coinciding with the start of the forecast period. Given the upward trend and the recent price action, a stop-loss will be set at $4,780, just below the recent support level and the lower Bollinger Band. The initial target price will be $5,220, aligning with the forecast peak. If the price reaches this target, we will move the stop-loss to break even to protect profits and potentially adjust the target price to $5,230. This strategy aims to capitalize on the predicted upward trend while mitigating risk with well-defined stop-loss levels. Based on the historical data and forecast, TRON exhibits a slightly upward trend, although it has shown volatility. The RSI fluctuates between 46.8 and 66.9, indicating periods of both oversold and overbought conditions. The Bollinger Bands suggest that the price has been largely within the band, but nearing the upper band on several occasions. Given these factors, I propose a combined strategy utilizing RSI and Bollinger Bands to capitalize on potential upward movements while mitigating risk. We will implement a strategy of buying when the RSI dips below 50 and the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, and selling when the RSI reaches 70 and the price touches the upper Bollinger Band. Specifically, let's initiate a buy position on August 16, 2025, when the forecast price is $3.48 and the RSI is below 50. The entry price will be $3.48. We will set a stop loss at $3.41, the established support level, to limit potential losses. The target price will be $3.56, aligning with the recent resistance level. If the price hits the upper Bollinger Band and the RSI reaches 70, we will close the position. If the forecast price on August 22, 2025, is $3.46 and the RSI is above 70, we will sell the position. This combined strategy aims to capture short-term gains while incorporating risk management techniques. Based on the historical data and forecast, Celestia shows a generally upward trend, albeit with considerable volatility. The price has consistently bounced off the support level of $1.65 and tested the resistance around $1.82. The RSI fluctuates between 39 and 59, indicating periods of both oversold and overbought conditions. The Bollinger Bands show significant price swings, with the current price nearing the lower band, suggesting a potential rebound. Considering these factors, I propose a strategy focused on capitalizing on short-term pullbacks while maintaining an overall bullish outlook. My recommended strategy is a tiered approach. First, enter a long position at $1.78, coinciding with the forecast price and the lower Bollinger Band. Set a stop loss at $1.65, just below the established support level, to limit potential losses. For the initial target price, aim for $1.83, just below the previous resistance level. If the price reaches $1.83, consider moving the stop loss to break even. If the price continues to rise, the second target price should be $1.85, aligning with the center of the Bollinger Bands. This strategy combines RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels to maximize potential gains while mitigating risk. Based on the historical data and forecast, Immutable demonstrates a generally upward trend with periods of consolidation. The RSI fluctuating between 39.2 and 64.8 indicates both oversold and overbought conditions, suggesting potential entry points. The Bollinger Bands show periods of volatility and contraction, which can be used to predict price movements. Considering the recent price action and forecast, I recommend a long position strategy. Entry price should be $0.581, with a stop loss set at $0.563, just below the support level. The initial target price should be $0.6, aligning with the forecast and a conservative profit target. To refine this strategy, we'll incorporate the RSI and Bollinger Bands. When the RSI dips below 20, oversold, it signals a potential buying opportunity, while an RSI above 80, overbought, suggests a potential selling point. If the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, it indicates a potential buying opportunity, while touching the upper Bollinger Band suggests a potential selling point. Considering these indicators, I recommend adjusting the target price to $0.598, near the recent resistance level. If the price hits the target price, we can consider taking partial profits and moving the stop loss to break even. This combined strategy provides a balanced approach to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Stellar shows a slight upward trend. The price has been fluctuating within the support of $0.423 and the resistance of $0.443. The RSI indicates that the asset is currently not in oversold or overbought territory, hovering around 53.6 to 60.8. The Bollinger Bands suggest that the price is nearing the upper band, indicating a potential for a pullback or a continuation of the upward trend if it breaks above $0.443. Considering these factors, I propose a strategy focused on capitalizing on the potential breakout above the resistance. We will enter a long position at $0.441, placing a stop loss at $0.423 to protect against a potential downside reversal. The initial target price will be $0.456, aligning with the forecast for August 16, 2025. To maximize potential returns, we will implement a trailing stop-loss strategy. Once the price reaches $0.456, we will adjust the stop-loss to $0.441, securing some profit while allowing the position to run further if the upward trend continues. If the price continues to rise, we will further increase the target price to $0.45. This strategy combines RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels to create a dynamic and adaptive trading plan. This approach aims to capture gains from the anticipated upward movement while mitigating risks with strategically placed stop-loss orders. Based on the historical data and forecast, NEXO shows a generally upward trend with consistent support at $1.35. The RSI fluctuates between 40.9 and 63.0, indicating periods of both oversold and overbought conditions. The Bollinger Bands have been relatively narrow, suggesting low volatility recently, but the forecast prices consistently near the upper band suggest potential for upward movement. Considering these factors, I propose a strategy focused on capitalizing on short-term pullbacks while maintaining an overall bullish outlook. My recommended strategy is to enter a long position at $1.36, coinciding with the forecast price on August 16, 2025. Given the support level at $1.35, I'll set a stop-loss order at $1.34 to protect against a potential downside reversal. For the target price, I'll aim for $1.39, aligning with the forecast price and the upper Bollinger Band. This strategy combines the momentum from the forecast with risk management by using the support as a stop-loss and the forecast as a target. This should yield a high return. Based on the historical data and forecast, Lido DAO shows a clear uptrend with strong momentum. The price has consistently broken through resistance levels and the RSI values are generally above 50, indicating bullish sentiment. The forecast for the next week predicts continued upward movement, though with slight fluctuations. Considering the support at $1.39 and the recent price action, a long position is warranted. We will implement a strategy based on a combination of RSI, Bollinger Bands, and support/resistance levels. Entry price will be $1.37, coinciding with the first day of the forecast and a slight pullback. A stop loss will be set just below the support level at $1.36 to limit potential losses. The initial target price will be $1.43, aligning with the forecast and a previous resistance level. To further refine this strategy, we will incorporate the Bollinger Bands. When the price touches the lower band, it suggests a potential oversold condition, which could be an entry point. Conversely, when the price touches the upper band, it suggests a potential overbought condition, which could be an exit point. Given the current upward trend, we will maintain a long position. If the price reaches $1.43, we will consider taking partial profits and moving the stop loss to break even. If the price continues to rise and breaks above the $1.43 resistance, we will adjust the target price to $1.5, based on previous resistance levels. This combined approach aims to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, official Trump shows a generally upward trend, bouncing between the support price of $8.8 and the resistance price of $9.62. The RSI consistently fluctuates, dipping below 50, indicating potential oversold conditions. The Bollinger Bands also show that the price is near the lower band, suggesting a potential bounce. We will implement a combined strategy leveraging RSI and Bollinger Bands. The first strategy will be an RSI-based strategy, entering long positions when the RSI falls below 30 and exiting when it reaches 70. The second strategy will be a Bollinger Bands-based strategy, entering long positions when the price touches the lower band and exiting when it touches the upper band. Our portfolio will be a hybrid approach. We will initiate a long position at $8.8, coinciding with the support price and the lower Bollinger Band. Our stop loss will be set at $8.3, just below the lower Bollinger Band to mitigate potential losses. The initial target price will be $9.43, based on the forecast for August 16, 2025. If the price reaches $9.43, we will adjust the stop loss to break even at $8.8 to protect profits and maintain the position. We will exit the position entirely when the price reaches $9.62, the resistance level, or if the RSI reaches 70. This strategy balances risk and reward, capitalizing on the upward trend while incorporating technical indicators for precise entry and exit points. Based on the historical data and forecast, Dogecoin shows an overall upward trend with periods of consolidation. The RSI consistently fluctuates, but generally remains above the oversold level of 20, indicating a bullish sentiment. The Bollinger Bands have been widening recently, suggesting increased volatility and potential for price movement. Given the current support price of $0.223 and the forecast indicating prices around $0.234 to $0.237 for the next week, I recommend a long position strategy. Entry price should be $0.224, with a stop loss set at $0.219 to mitigate potential losses. A target price of $0.245 is set, aligning with the recent resistance level. To enhance the strategy, I will incorporate RSI and Bollinger Band signals. If the RSI dips below 30, consider adding to the position at $0.22, with a stop loss at $0.215 and a target price of $0.24. Conversely, if the price touches the lower Bollinger Band, which has been around $0.18 to $0.19, consider a small long position at $0.19 with a stop loss at $0.185 and a target price of $0.22. This combined strategy aims to capitalize on both the prevailing upward trend and short-term volatility, maximizing potential returns while managing risk effectively. Based on the historical data and forecast, Ethena shows a clear upward trend, breaking through the resistance price of $0.736 on August 13, 2025. The RSI consistently remained above 60, indicating strong buying momentum, and the forecast suggests a continued upward trajectory, with prices hovering around $0.733 to $0.784. Considering these factors, I recommend a long-term investment strategy with a focus on capitalizing on the ongoing bullish trend. The initial entry price will be $0.719, with a stop loss set at $0.689 to mitigate potential losses. The target price is projected at $0.836, allowing for a substantial profit margin. To refine this strategy, we'll incorporate the Bollinger Bands. The price consistently trading above the upper band suggests a strong bullish momentum. Therefore, we should enter a long position when the RSI is slightly below 80, around $74.8, and the price is near the upper Bollinger Band. The stop loss will be set just below the lower Bollinger Band, around $0.481, while the target price remains at $0.836. This combined strategy, leveraging both RSI and Bollinger Bands, provides a robust approach to maximize returns while managing risk effectively. The portfolio will be 60% long-term investment and 40% combined strategy. Based on the historical data and forecast, Cardano exhibits a clear uptrend. The price has been consistently moving upward, breaking through resistance levels. The RSI, while fluctuating, has generally been trending upwards, indicating increasing bullish momentum. The Bollinger Bands show that the price is currently near the upper band, suggesting a potential for a continued upward movement. Given this context, I recommend a long position strategy focused on capitalizing on the anticipated price increase. We will use a combined strategy incorporating RSI and Bollinger Band signals. The entry price for this long position will be $0.909 on August 16, 2025. The stop loss will be set at $0.88, just below the lower Bollinger Band and providing a buffer against short-term pullbacks. The initial target price will be $1.03, aligning with the forecast for August 22, 2025. If the price reaches this target, we will consider moving the stop loss to break even to protect profits and potentially set a new, higher target based on further price action. The RSI is currently below 80, so we are not overbought. This combined strategy leverages both momentum and volatility indicators to maximize potential returns while managing risk effectively.